Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of Rate Your Swag. As always, I'm your host, Javard Gray. My friends also call me G. We also have new judges for today's episode. Judges, would you like to introduce yourselves? Welcome back to Rate Your Swag. We just had Falu and Sanu come up here and show off their professional style. Judges, it's time to rate their swag. What's the decision on Falu? Oh, okay. Surprising. Okay. Last but not least, can we have our swag for? That's the new hair swag. Yikes. Well, so sorry, Sanu. It was great to have you on the show today. Thank you. Well, that means Falu is our Swag Daddy champion today.
Hello, ciao, konnichiwa, bonjour, hola, and bienvenido to the show where we make the world feel a little smaller and you feel a little smarter. I'm your host, Logan Sherwood, and this is Franklin Pierce University's Where in the World. Here at Frankie P, we have a very diverse student body. While most of us walk side by side with these students every day, we often forget that they come from a culture completely different from ours. Today, all the way from Japan, we have junior Midori Ono. Midori is a member of the women's soccer team on campus and is also a CA. Come on, Midori. Welcome to the show.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm excellent, thank you. Hello, and welcome back to Where in the World at FPU. We have a new guest for you. His name is Luke Bernhardt. Luke, come on in. We have a junior. Luke is a junior here at Pierce. How are you, man?
Good, and yourself?
Good to see you. I'm great, thank you. Luke, you studied abroad last fall, is that correct?
I did.
Excellent. And how was that experience?
It was amazing. It was really cool. We traveled through southern France and northern Spain, and it was just fantastic.
Great. And what were some of the most memorable parts of that trip for you?
Well, one of the highlights was Pamplona, which was this huge, very old historic city.
Sure.
And then one of my other favorite parts was definitely Viana, this huge festival. We got to see the running of the bulls. It was pretty neat.
That's awesome. So, Austin, can you just describe the craziest thing that happened on the walk of the Camino, please?
I'd say a lot of crazy things happened. I'd say probably just meeting up with people like weeks apart, seeing somebody like in one part of Spain and then like 3 weeks later after saying like goodbye, seeing them again. I know with Manfred, the man I just talked about, we left him in France and like a month later we saw him at a hostel in Spain, and it was just really interesting to meet him again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is crazy.
Yeah,
And we have time for one final question, so real quick. Can you just describe in one word the overall experience of the Camino?
Depends on how you make it. I don't want to say it's cliche, like, it is life-changing, but it's really, you can go into it and just do it and you can feel nothing, or you could do it and then be like, wow, I'm a new person. I'd say it's what you make of it, but I think if you're, our age and you want to do it, you should go for it.
Sure. All right. Well, hey, Austin, thank you so much for sharing your experiences with us today. That's all the time we have, unfortunately. Thank you for joining us on this episode of Where in the World at FPU. I'm your host, Logan Sherwood. Sayonara. bon voyage, adios, and goodbye, and see you next time.